be able to get the health care that they need. So that's something super exciting that's happening. I'll be here until that's to the end of the program, 3:30, 4, whichever it is. And I'll also be on Wednesday. I will be at the Bobby Steele celebration. So even there, if you have a drug question and you see me, come on up. I'll help you out. All right? Thank you, guys.
All right. So how I like to see this roll is I'm going to send Dr. Steele to the labs because he's got lots to tell us. We got some new restaurants. So I think, okay, I'm going to come next. Hi everybody, this is everybody Dr. Grayson. Thank you so much. I am getting excited. This is a year anniversary. And, you know, we all want to together every night. We started out in the driveway next door to CBCB. You guys remember, you know, we just had a will and we got away. So here we are today, and I'm so glad to be part of such an incredible event with such an incredible group of people, and that incredible group of people includes each and every one of you, because a big part of what we're doing here really is community. You know, it sometimes feels like the forces are trying to drive people apart, and things like this where we can all hang out, we can talk to each other, exchange information and ideas, we can share our goodwill with each other. That's really important in times like this. So that's the first step, because all together we have the power.
And it's power to the people, power to the people. And, you know, this program is so special. A couple things I want to mention is that we're really opening this up more and more as a community center. So we're going to start sending you guys emails, everybody that we have your email, about free events that are happening here. We're doing things like free Reiki, free sound bath, different events, you know, as part of the health and wellness and expanding this program beyond just one day. So I welcome you guys to those events. Wait, sorry, Jimmy's trying to tell me something.
Next Sunday.
Oh yes, thank you. You know, next Sunday there's going to be a really cool event from 11 to 6 p.m. They're going to shut down 3 blocks of Adeline, and it's going to be free music, booths, like a ton of booths, and we're going to have like a little cannabis corner in the parking lot of cannabis brands that are going to set up, and we're all just going to party. So it's totally free event next Sunday, 11 to 6, and not inside the church. The church is going to be closed, but it's all happening in the parking lot and on the street, and it's going to be a party. So we welcome everybody to that as well. Also, you may have noticed the restaurant next door is open. This is a nonprofit, and we are hoping that some of the sales from the restaurant can help fund the programs we do here. So if you know, you can support in any way, even eating at the restaurant helps us support the programs here. And finally, you know, like I keep saying, it's all of us together. And so we're always looking for volunteers. You know, we need help cleaning up, gardening, trying to keep the place beautiful. There's a lot of things. And if anybody has an idea for an event that they want to do that's beneficial to the community, reach out as well, because that's what this place is for. And I know I say this almost every time, but I swear it's what I just always keep going back to, is the Tupac quote from Changes, which is we have to make a change. We have to come together as a people and change the way we eat, the way we live, and the way we treat each other, because this other shit isn't working. And now we all have to come together and do what we need to do to survive. So I thank everybody here for being part of this. Like Jimmy mentioned, we have a petition in back. The city of Berkeley is trying to do away with all street festivals. And that's, yes, they're trying to do away with it. So no more street festival ever allowed, including the holiday craft fair on Telegraph, including Juneteenth. Including the event next Sunday. They're trying to do away with all of it. So we're
building an apartment there, that's probably why.
who knows, but you know what? This is where the power in us coming together here. All Berkeley residents that want to keep the right to have street fairs in Berkeley, please leave your signature. But again, only if you're a Berkeley resident, because we want to hand in some legit petitions. And spread the word, please, and tell as many people that you can to call the city of Berkeley, to email the city of Berkeley, and let them know that we do not support that. That's part, they took away People's Park. They're taking away places where people can gather for free. These festivals, you can for $50 or $100 buy a booth and sell your crafts. That's for the people, and they're taking that away. So any support anybody can give in spreading the word, signing the petition, calling the city is super welcome. And thank you all so much. The next thing, we're going to have Star Child come up and just give a really short speech about peaceful protesting. And, we want to have a voice, but we want everybody to stay safe. And so I've actually worked with Star Child in the cannabis raids, when they used to do a lot of cannabis raids like 20 years ago, and they did training on this. So just a real brief little thing for everybody, and stay safe out there, and power to the people.
All right.
Laptop over here, guys. I'm going to call the city of Berkeley, by the way, even though I don't live in Berkeley. You can still call and lobby. You don't have to sign the petition. There's other ways you can make your voice felt as part of the community. Because I'm over here, even though I don't live in the city. But anyway, yeah, my name's Star Child. I'm here today to talk, actually not quite about protesting, although it sinks in with that, but the idea of non-aggression. Which is different than nonviolence, but if you have non-aggression, it tends to produce nonviolence. And I think we intuitively learn this from a very young age. How many of you remember, probably when you were a kid, maybe you occasionally got in a fight with other kids, squabble and playing in the sandbox or whatever, and you run, you end up going to an adult, and he's like, oh, she pulled my hair, and he's like, no, he took my toy, and what's the question, the parent or adult usually wanted to know? That's right, who started it? Exactly. Because if nobody starts it, then there's no violence, there's no aggression. And this is a very old idea going back way in history. Founder Taoism, Lao Tzu, had some quotes along these lines. The Jain Buddhists in India is a sect of Buddhism. They're not too well known in the West because they tend not to fly, because it actually goes against their religious beliefs. The strict Jain Buddhists even carry little brooms with them, and it's to sweep in front of them where they walk so they don't step on any insects and don't commit aggression that way. But the short version today, it's been equated to the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. It doesn't mean that you can't respond proportionally with violence if somebody commits aggression against you. You have the right to defend yourself or to help others defend themselves. Just not to initiate force or fraud. The short version is don't hurt people, don't take people's stuff. And this applies to everyone, really. Whether it's one individual or a whole group of individuals, or a group of individuals doing it under color of law. Some people say, well, they have a lot more money than me. Does it make it right to take their stuff? No. How about if somebody has less money than you? Does that make it right for them to take your stuff? Does it make it right for them to do it through government if it's legal? That's right. It's still wrong. It's the same. War is a form of murder, killing people. Taxation is a form of theft, stealing from people. You know, these are all forms of aggression. If the person is not consenting to be involved in whatever it is, maybe it's a very good cause. You know, we want to raise money for feeding people or providing medicine or other good things, but it should be done consensually. And that's what non-aggression is all about. It's the single most important idea I found in my life personally. Just the idea of having a consent-based society. You know, I tell people consent, it's not just about sex anymore. It applies in all areas of your life, really, that everything should be consensual. And you know, some of you may remember back in the 90s, the LA riots, Rodney King, what did Rodney King ask? Why can't we just all get along? You know, Christianity and a lot of the world's religions teach us to love each other, and I think that's a great thing to aspire to, but you know, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of resentment out there in the world. Sometimes loving people, that's a pretty big ask, you know. Baby steps, maybe first we could just tolerate people, like maybe you don't love your neighbor or the person you run into on the street, but you know, just don't commit aggression against them. Start there, you know, maybe we can work up to love. But I'll just leave at that, and thank you all so much for your time and energy, and have a beautiful day. Actually, who's coming up here next?
You know I got 9 jobs. So now this is my other one. It's Auntie Frances' turn. You walking her better than that. All right. Woo! Hello, beautiful people. I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so blessed to see y'all. Yeah, it's another day, it's another year. We are so grateful. Yes, we are still here. My name is Auntie Frances. I'm the visionary of the Self-Help Hunger Program. Put your hands together for my volunteers. Come on, each and every one there. And please don't forget to tip, because it goes a very long way. Yes. So there's all power to the people. One more time. All power to the people. Because there is power in the people. Yes, so we believe in using food as a tool to organize.
That is why it is so important. When we started this program, was during that period of time, October, in an alley, proving to the fact that you start with the power of one. That light burns and that light spreads, and as long as you know, this is no innuendo, it was not an opinion, there was a blueprint for it. And we are all going back to that concept. We're looking at resistance, resilience through these programs. When everybody realizes we only have each other, war has been declared on us. And I know my sister Catherine and Sister Francis, us who were there, it brings back like deja vu. I'm not going to say post-traumatic disorder, but I'm going to say we were there. We feel the same thing. What happened is happening to the American people, all of us, happened to us. And our allies from the white, black, brown, Asian, American, Native American, every community you can imagine. But now, this plan, and they said it, we've been waiting 50 years for everything to line up. So just maybe at that time, we had the answers. We created concepts. We won battles. People talking about we lost. No, we didn't, because the legacy and the way of surviving and the resistance, tenacity of each and every one of you is alive today. And as it was mentioned, honoring Bobby Steele, which is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 27th, on the corner of 57th and Martin Luther King Boulevard, from 5 to 7, you get there a little early. It's saying and giving the world, this nation, another testimony. We resist through remembering. We resist through those that helped pave the way, that we caught on to how to survive. And it's my understanding, I think Bobby's around 89, or he will be there. This is a historic time if you can come. And also, since this is a holistic health concept, don't tell us that we cannot take care of ourselves health-wise. We're already aware. I was talking to Auntie Francis about her program. 700,000 people here. Taking away their SNAP. Requirements. No longer if you have a child 18. Cutting them off at 14. What are you going to do? Emancipate them? Tell them to go get a job? This is what we're faced with. And it's all taken away from veterans. Nothing is isolated from canceling street fairs to taking away these benefits. But here's the idea. That song, We Will Survive, we have those answers and people realizing it. Individually, small amounts, we have the resources, we have the ability to pull things together. And more people all over this country and the world are coming to the table. Some are bringing resources. This is how it begins. And maybe the blue wall is the beginning of declaring we're on the verge of real civil war. These are things to think about. We have each other. So today, in celebration, many of you might not have known, right there on Adeline Street in Berkeley, there was a George Jackson Free Medical Health Clinic. And that's where the Sickle Cell Foundation testing began. We put all over the country. That's right. And also, the other program that's on the chopping block. You know, that's where, in a partnership with Children's Hospital, we got a $9,000 check and we created the WIC program. Women and Infant Children was another program created by the Black Panther Party. They want to cut that out completely. So don't think they don't realize while it was created, listen, everything that we did, it was the community that took over. This is why this is so important and amazing. And we're getting responses by the thousands from all over America. This program, the concept, but also bringing everyone together, the expansion of services that you deserve, that we have. So this is truly a holistic health family. I want to take a moment. I have a short 7-8 minute video. And a sister by the name of Cleo Silvers, who recently passed away, went on after the party was officially dissolved, like myself and all the rest of us, we went forward and continued our work. You never heard it about us on mainstream news. You wouldn't, because it would just show America was always lying. We never stopped. But now things have changed. So this particular video shows on the East Coast, it's produced by Time, and it talks about how we look and view the healthcare and the conditions. And there's another one out there called How the Black Panther Party Revolutionized Healthcare in America. But it wasn't us, it was the community, the volunteers, the doctors, the nurses, the medical students who came to the table. So I'm going to take a moment, and then I'll make a comment after. So I hope everybody enjoys this historical moment and showing that if it can be done, and it was done, we can do it now.
The Black Panther Party was formed in 1966 in Oakland, California, with the purpose of addressing police brutality in the community. Their revolutionary ideology soon spread into a nationwide movement and expanded into Panther-run schools and social programs such as their largely successful free breakfast program. Once described by the FBI as the greatest threat to the internal security of the country, the Panther legacy remains controversial. We sat down with Dr. Satoru Ned, a former educator of the Panther School, security detail for the Oakland headquarters, and member of the party singing group, to learn more.
What the conditions were like for, I guess, yourself and other people in the Black community around the time that you joined the party, and then kind of talk about how they compare to conditions that we experienced in 2020.
Police brutality, that was a common given. There was no review board. You know, the review board, they would go to the police commissioner. They wanted to go to the chief, and they sit around discussing, and they come to the conclusion. That's the problem. That same guy, he got into a future after that, feels the next thing. But imagine feeling like that. And feeling that you were less than a human being. In our period of time also, you had a situation where people could not go to certain parts of town. So we still have this even up until this day. So, 2020, you just had to pass a law that said that she wanted to wear her hair in front. You wanted to wear your hair as it is. That you legally cannot be fired from the job. In California, think about that. Is that any different from you have the right to vote, civil rights, the negative feelings and the vote coming out more because now they have a champion. So what we're seeing has always been, it was just undercover.
Did the Panthers start to organize the organizations?
But we got that time that we didn't actually work at the Black Panther Party. You know, all the sisters running, their cousins, you know, their bills back, we had people who took over, we actually ran the party. You know, we chose the ranks very well. And we all got the story. We all got before the issues. So we didn't come together. We did all the ranks of the party. We did all the season, all the so much of the praise, very hard to do, and so much of this, being aware of the civil rights movement, the fathers, what was happening with 1917, but very good that, you know, about that, the people came, the Douglas, obviously, and it was an amazing thing, extraordinary, so we do all of the South, it was the same kind of right, the subject, their arms. Even at that time, the whole, so the aspect of Black people, the making it up for access to vote, was not heard of. I mean, all of the security, the civil had $200, and everyone else. But the idea was, in the aspect of we can have our own power. We can determine who we are. We can definitely have our own economics. So power to the people at this point is more the power to determine your own destiny.
All power to the people is becoming a reality because the people have come out here.
Freedom. We want the power to determine the destiny of our Black community, including ourselves.
So you talked about music, I actually am a musician myself, artist in all aspects. So what role did music play in the Black Panther movement? What was your role?
Whether we were doing a boycott We created chants and music behind everything we did. We began to realize this was a cultural form of people coming together. And actually, it was an energizing form when people sing together, or chant together, you have a rhythm or a beat to it. We used to bring out conga drums, you know, have the beats going while people were marching on mass boycott lines. So the idea of the singing group made sense to us.
Right.
At first, the party didn't buy it, because what do you mean, singing group? That's not revolutionary. But that's why I said what you may think is revolutionary now, or did think was revolutionary becomes now. So the group is formed. Just like art music is important, the messaging. So a lot of people would read the newspaper, they might not come to the rallies, but boy, they would listen to music. And you know back then, it was about funk, and nothing but the funk. The funk is all there. So they toured all over the country. And our message was one of revolution and revolutionary change. But it got people to think, because if they're listening to a lyric and they got the beat going, all of a sudden things start clicking. Then they want to tap into what was really happening. So maybe I need to pay more attention to what's going on around me. I'm hearing things and I'm seeing what they're singing is actually happening as music can be influenced today.
What would you tell young activists or people who have needs to be activists as far as, you know, directions to go? I think a lot of us are confused about where to start, because we don't have, you can't just join the party because there isn't a party. You can't join the African People's Revolutionary Party because, you know, a lot of these institutions that were in our communities are no longer present. And so I think a lot of us have to start from the ground up.
This is where I tell everybody, you don't have to jump in 100%. Like we did, stop thinking, oh, I get enough 1,000 people at once. We started a veterans program for 5 children. Every program that we started with this one. So we get everybody to think that way. And we come together and start a single spark becomes a very fire. Then it catches on and it grows exponentially.
You know, actually, maybe we'll show it. That was actually
And this is
not
from
the
the
video.
headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report.
That one. Oh, wow. All right, thank you. As I said, I appreciate you watching that, but the message of it starts a small spark, starts a prairie fire. We see that happening here. Well, hopefully we'll be able to show the next time that health video that I wanted you to see. But also, I want you guys to know how important that concept of the music was. As the president was talking about, at the Open Community Learning Center, we have a group called the Son of Man Temple Singers. And the singers would go all over singing that message of freedom, of restoration, of resilience, of surviving, of joy, of tenacity, of staying the course, of taking it a day at a time, step by step, but never forgetting your goal. So these were part of the things that we did. Each and every one of you in here, you're unique. You have special things that no one else can do. And if it's even just a hand, and when you start getting these emails concerning the things that we're building out, you want to talk about something that's bothering you. That's what we're here about. We are a community. We are supportive. We will make sure that that happens. That's what the Black Panther Party did before. That's why those clinics thrive. And remember, when that period of time happened, Huey was locked up, Bobby Seale was locked up, majority of the Central Committee people were locked up, and it was the average, everyday person, like everybody, I'm looking at this room, stood up and said, I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to keep that breakfast going. Being a person in the community. And when I say that, I'm talking about black, white, brown, whoever you are. We said, we see what's happening. You're not going to stop it. You think you can roll over us? We're going to keep it going. And that's what galvanized people. And for decades, it's been gone. But guess what? I want to tell you we love each and every one of you. And remember, all power to the people. Thank you for the time. Thank you.
Can I say something, please? Yesterday, over 7 million people protested against Trump. The biggest protest ever in history. Get the president. We need to vote November 4th. Yes! Vote against this idiot. And he did orange. Please. Vote. Over 7 million people showed up yesterday. You gotta vote November the 4th.
So the last of the program, it's time to eat. Do the interviews if you're still interested. Get your blue ticket so you can go and get your medicine. They're taking a few at a time, right? They're still in groups. Okay? Talk with the pharmacist. Got questions for CBCB. And we prefer, and we would like, that the seniors, those that have disabilities, be served first, and the young ones maybe help those seniors that can't help themselves. Because without them, there could be no you. So I need you to show them that you're greater than what that orange man is saying you are out there. You need to help us help ourselves. Because it's a hard road for us to break now. It's your turn to break it. So the challenge is on. And trust you me, if you come up here and ain't help the elder first, and there's an elder standing there, we gonna have words. So help us help ourselves, okay? Let's do one more thing.
I'm still about to get behind you. Yeah. Come on. You come right here.
And so somebody wanted me to mention, I think this is an amazing point because we're talking about empowerment. Both Oakland and Berkeley have a free tool lending library. So if you have an Oakland or a Berkeley address, you can go and check out for free tools to be, self-sufficient, to build something new. Culinary stuff too. So it's a really, really great resource just sitting there waiting to be used. So thank you so much for pointing that out. Yep.
No, that's true. There's a few organizations that'll help the seniors that I didn't even think about that. And we need to start asking for that support because it's going to be a hard winter. And they'll fix our doors, our patios, our windows, give us walkways, railings, secure our bathtubs, do things that we can't do ourselves because we got bad knees whatsoever. There was one other thing. Oh, your doctor. There is a doctor that's willing to work with us for a small fee. And I tell you, God forbid, I forgot what he looks like. So if he's here, come find me. And my yellow pad, find me. And then I'll talk to you also about the state part if you're interested. I'll do that personally, okay? I work at CBCB Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 5 to closing. So you can always call or come through. I don't have a lot of time on the phone, so have your questions ready when you call. Or don't call me because you'll be mad because I'll be shutting you down because I got 3 jobs sitting there that this. So anywho, we love you, we support you. It's time to eat. The petition, don't forget to sign a petition. What else?
Don't forget to vote.
Don't forget to vote. You got to vote. I try to understand that this new thing coming out. I don't understand it, but I think yes is the answer.
Yes.
Always yes, anyway, that's it. That's all we're tired of talking. If y'all ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Let's move on. The elders come first. Those with disabilities, raise your hands, and we can raise you. But listen, when we do it, you don't get a choice. So remember that. You just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and don't play me, because I'm old too.
Wait till they say it, Rhonda.
They already have.
Excuse me.
Come on, go.
Try not to lean on this too much. It's a fault. It's right.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
real. I love you. You know I love
I
you.
love you too.
You know I love you the most.
Keep the lights on.
Film the food over there a little bit.
Huh?
You guys think y'all will? You guys think y'all got that little thing she trying to do? Where is she? Your friend.
She right here.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you still trying to? I was just trying to see if anybody was, waiting on it, but they also know that we just killed. Oh, no one right now.
Not
I
yet.
guess you can turn it off.
No, I'm gonna do the food. I want to do the food show. Serving food.
Thank you, Father, for
Yeah, I'm about to
this
see.
freedom.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Let it nourish
Do you want me to get your
us
ticket
and
or tell them that
keep
we're here?
us and help
You
us
can hold. I'll go there and get a ticket. They hand
bless
them
the
out now.
hands that prepared the food.
I don't know. We never signed in.
I know. I just go to tell them. I tell them we was here.
Yeah. That's why I was saying like.
You can go get yours and I'll come hold this and I'll go and get mine.
All right.